so you would go the other way of like roasting them.
Yes.
I remember like one of the first times I met you, like said this thing, and I remember turning and I was like, "What? What did you just say? Like, I don't even know you."
Yeah,
Do
that
you
was
remember
bad.
like us having like weird? Because then I
Totally.
remember one time you came up to me and you were like, "Hey, are we cool? Are we cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I get." You just every time you just say insults to me.
Right. Well,
Um,
I don't want to. It was a couple things. I was drunk
okay,
90%
yeah,
of
well,
my
there,
life.
Yeah, that's big.
Constantly shit faced. I was so antisocial. I'm an introvert. I didn't know how to handle being around people. And I was a fan of yours. You
yeah,
were on
yeah,
TV when I was in New Orleans.
yeah.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
insane.
I do remember. I know. And
That's
so
big.
now, what do you think with your whole experience with everything?
Yeah.
When was a moment that you started to be like, wow, this is crazy? Like with what was happening to you? Do you know what I mean? Where you were like, I can't believe this is like going in this direction. Or did you even have
Ah,
expectations for it early on?
no, it was so gradual. I feel like I've put every brick on this wall like one by one. Other people just got handed a wall. I've been putting a brick on for 10 years, 12 years. But you know when you see the notches on the door jamb that your dad draws of your height?
Yes.
You don't sit there one day and go, "Man, I feel tall." It's so gradual that you don't even notice it.
Did he do? He did. He did like stand. He did, or
No, but
just
in the
jokes
movie,
like in the movies.
In
Yeah.
the movie, but jokes, like one-liners.
Did you watch those Marx Brothers movies?
I did because my mom was so clueless. I was like, "Hey, mom, I love comedy," and she goes, "I got the right thing for you." She handed me a
Yeah.
box of fucking VHS tapes of Animal Crackers, Duck Soup, Day at the Races, and I was like, "Geez, I was hoping to get some SNL or something current."
Yeah.
She handed me this black and white shit, but I watched it because I was scared to go outside with the neighborhood.
Yeah.
I loved it.
it surprisingly holds up. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not for like 80 years. It's not bad. You know?
Do you think you mentioned Bill Murray? Do you think like basically every male who does comedy right now somehow it's because of Bill Murray?
Probably. What is it? I watch him now and I go, what is it I love? And I think it's the subtlety.
That's insane. You say I watch him. I was watching Stripes 2 days ago,
Wow.
and I do this a lot. This is how I was when I first started stand up. I would watch comedians that I liked, and I would literally be like, "Why is this
Yes,
funny?"
I did the same thing.
Yeah, Nick Swartzen was one of my favorites early on.
Yeah.
and I
Yeah, he
would
was
watch.
great.
He would do nothing, and I
That
was
first
like, "Why?"
half
is-
hour was
It's
Unbelievable.
great.
Killer.
I feel like he's kind of. I mean, I know he's successful. He's super underrated. I think
He is
Super
underrated.
He's
Yeah.
one of those guys. He just says things, and you're like, "That's not a joke." But
doesn't
like,
matter.
And
It's
Bill
like-
Murray's the same way. I watched him in
Yeah.
Stripes. And I was like, "Why is this so good?" It is. It's this. He just. Some people have. Actually, Louis C.K. He has that thing too. He just.
Yeah.
And it was what I said something earlier, the last podcast, that people are like, "How can you watch this special? He did this thing," and it's like, well, I don't know. You can be horrible and also be great at
I know,
a thing.
I don't get that.
So
The
I
Pianist
don't
is
know.
a great movie.
What?
The Pianist is a great movie. It's directed
Yeah.
by a pedophile weirdo.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So,
I thought you were
like-
talking about Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
Oh well, he's Tom's friend.
Well,
Yeah.
we were
I didn't
just
get
talking
back
shit
to him.
about him.
Why
Last
do you-
podcast.
I want to talk about him every time.
Sorry, Bronstein had something.